All right, everybody, welcome to the Insobriety of Sports live Microsoft Teams edition. We didn't fuck with the Zoom shit because we heard that they'd hack us and then we'd know who we were and our bank accounts and all that stuff, and start
Yeah.
applying for PPP loans with that information.
Don't take my intellectual property.
Keyword is intellectual. Don't know if it qualifies. So we got a couple of draft picks already in. We're obviously getting ready to anticipate what the Raiders and Niners are going to do for the local flair. But Joey, when you pop that bottle, why don't you give us a recap on the first 5 picks?
Well, I'm gonna give you a recap on this beer. So one
let
of my
me
local breweries here, O&B. One of my favorite summer beers is the Munzlers. It's a Vienna lager. It is smooth. It is fantastic, and it just came out this week. And I am celebrating with a Vienna lager. So
Nice.
for Munzlers
Cheers.
in the NFL draft. Cheers.
This is a IPA I made. It's got these 2 newer hops called Cashmere and Strata, melon, berry, and a little bit of lemon. It's pretty refreshing. It's nice. It's a nice IPA.
Nice.
West Coast style, not this hazy shit.
So for those of you that remember, we did our draft segment a couple of weeks ago. It was already a couple of weeks ago. Shit, it feels like it was a month and a half ago with all the nothing going on. But
Shit, I feel like I've been in quarantine for a year already, dog.
You look like it too.
Yeah, I know.
Let me just say this: if you don't have kids, life is beautiful, boys. I mean, I can't. I mean,
where's Joey's mute button?
At some point, I'm not going to be able to make money anymore if nobody else makes money, so that's a problem. But
Right.
I kind of want to take half of what we're doing now and half of what we're doing before and just let it roll. That's kind of how I feel.
The Australian rules.
I feel you, man. I'm thinking about it I'm like, I'm not like gangbusters right now, but the economy's so down that like what I'm making right now with just emergencies is like literally like not that bad. And like if I just could work a little bit more, I'd be okay with it. Like I totally would. Like I'm not doing shit hardly, but I'm doing okay.
Right.
Now I know how 70% of America feels.
Which is quite obvious why we did so well on our mock draft, because there's no other fucking reason that we should have done this well on it. We must have had plenty of time to study on it.
Yeah, man.
So you ended up taking Joe Burrows number 1, and sure enough, Joe Burrows goes number 1.
Joe's out. You see, they stole our idea.
I saw that, man. I was sitting there thinking, man, Joey could have done that whole thing way better than they pulled that shit off. So
for sure. Even though I'm a terrible artist, I could have done that. I could have done it better.
Some copyright. We like had it like on tape, filmed first. Like, don't we have some type of intellectual property? Joey?
Legal check.
Legal opinion. We're national. We have a national audience.
Yeah. I do enough IP litigation to know that probably not worth the money to spend on that. Yeah.
Damn, and now of course we have that on video, so there's really nowhere to go.
Yeah.
You ain't doing shit else right now, pro bono.
Yeah.
So then the number 2 pick was you. No, Billy, did you had number 2, I think.
No, I didn't have number 2.
Who had number 2 on our mock, Riley?
I was the 3rd pick.
Is that Goose Fraba?
No, I was 3. Riley, we need a check. Who had 2 and who had 3?
No, wait. It went Goose, me.
It was Joey, Billy, JR, Goose.
Okay.
Yeah, so Billy, you took Chase Young number 2. Chase Young goes number 2. I took Jeff Okudah number 3. Jeff Okudah goes number 3. The 2 Ohio State guys come off the draft board as they should. And then number 4, actually, so it was Goose that had number 4 and took Wills, which he had the right position group, but the wrong guy. Andrew Thomas comes off the board there. And then, Joe, you went back around with the Dolphins and took Tua. As you so eloquently put them, they scouted him when he was still a raw little pup in 5th grade, and you got that one right.
The Dolphins were looking at Tua back when this country was formed in 1776. That's how long the Dolphins and Tua have been linked together through the media. That is
nice.
Did you hear how Did you hear about Did you hear how Bill Simmons was saying that what was to prevent them from sending two people like super securely and like mask and all that shit, like sending the doctors to go do an exam on him, because that was the biggest thing everyone was saying, like, oh, we're not going to get any exams, you can't have your doctors do a physical, all this and that, and Bill Simmons is convinced that the NFL guys are just sending people anyways, like covertly.
So,
I'll tell you what though. Seeing all this NFL stuff, seeing Roger Goodell, and what's all that's been going on right now, like this is the most hopeful I've been, man. If football can keep going,
I know.
It's gonna like that'll be great.
Right. They should just schedule every professional draft for right now because shit, we need something.
This is funny. So there's so little going on at this point that I was sitting downstairs before I came up to the room, trying to get better acoustics. I got the microphone next to me. Hopefully it works. My wife was watching the draft with me before we got on here, and she was asking all these questions or whatever, and like tuned in and like pretty like active with it. And I was like, when Goodell came on, I was like, fuck that guy and everything. She's like, why? What's the deal with Goodell? And then after like 20 minutes, I was like, well, why are you so involved in this? Like, what NFL draft? Like, she's not like when I watch sports, like she goes like it does something else or whatever, And she was like, yeah, it's just not much going on these days. I'm just kind of interested in what's going on in the NFL draft. I'm like, God, like ESPN is going to get like a 50 rating on this tonight. Like it is going to be, there's just, everybody is so hungry for this right now.
They better have sold the shit out of advertisements because that's about all they're getting now.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
So, Billy, you had the San Diego Chargers pick and you went out on a limb here taking Herbert, the quarterback, and guess who they chose?
Herbert.
They went Herbert. So
hey,
you were absolutely in it. You must have been you had some covert ops, some secret spies there down in San Diego, LA.
Oh yeah, I got some connections with San Diego. My wife.
Nice.
My wife. So in case you didn't know.
Just announced pick number 7 spot. I took Derek Brown, and sure enough, Derek Brown goes off the draft board right there. So we are 6 for 7 right now, boys.
That's what I'm saying.
That's wrong.
Get your sports information from Insobriety Sports. If you're not on it, you're late.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah.
Who else are you gonna get it from?
Nice. All right. So who's on the clock here? Wait, number 8 was picked.
Yeah, Simmons went number 8. Who had the number 8 pick?
Oh, we went Tristan Wirfs there. That was so Goose is 0 for 2 at this point. Everybody else is 2 for 2.
And you know what though? If you look at the history, like Goose is a Raiders fan. Raiders are 0 for every draft in the whole history of the NFL. Well, Goose is just standing suit to his Raiderness.
That's right.
Raider Nation.
Yep, the Raiders are 0 for since Jamarcus Russell. So yep, you got it.
And this is going to mess everything up because I remember in our mock, I think I ended up taking Simmons like with the 11th pick because he's still available because Goose screwed up and then didn't take him when it was appropriate, And so now everything is, just going to be completely screwed up down the line.
Yeah, so let me correct you. No, you didn't take Isaiah Simmons. You tried to actually push him to the Niners, which I knew.
That's right. Goose, I remember that.
I knew Goose was going to take him, and so I said, absolutely not. I'll take him right before the Raider pick because that way Goose doesn't get him.
All of us were trying to push him to the Niners. I remember that.
Yeah, fair enough.
What do you guys didn't believe in though? Because I was all in on that one. I believe so much. I was carving Isaiah Simmons' number into my arm with a knife. That's how much
I don't like him. I don't like him being with. I mean, like related to Bay Area sports, the Niners specifically. I don't like him being on the Cardinals, man. That dude, that dude, like people keep talking about what positions he's gonna play. Forget it, man. Just have him roam around the field like he's Bobby Boucher, and then just run the quarterback full speed and just kill the guy. I mean, it's like that guy is that type of guy. Or drop into coverage and guard, almost all the receivers on the field, tight end or something like that guy is just a Army knife freak.
Right. So now Jacksonville's on the clock. You took Andrew Thomas in that spot. He got taken at the number 4. Do they take Willis? Do they take Wills here, or do they take Tristan Wirfs?
Well, they still need the same position, though. I would say they take that.
So they take Wills.
Yeah, I would think so, but who knows what Jacksonville can do.
I never thought Isaiah Simmons would make it out of the top 10. I figured somebody would trade for him if he got to 10 taken.
Our old
I feel like we discussed it during our podcast too. It was like, all right, so this is getting ridiculous at this point. Him falling this far, like somebody would come up and grab him. You know,
we were just trying to do a gimmick to get him to the Niners. That's all.
I know, yeah.
And Goose is going to mess it up
the
anyway.
Vapors. It happens, dude. It happens. We got the vapors. It happens.
Yep.
Yeah.
It means you're alive. You catch your vapors every now and then. That's how you know you're alive.
Yeah, you can't blame us for trying. You know.
Nah.
And you can't blame me for knowing what Goose was going to do, and he was going to totally hawk that pick as soon as it got to the Raiders pick.
Yeah.
So this draft seems like it's lining up that CeeDee Lamb, Henry Ruggs, and Jerry Jeudy are all going to be there at 12 and 13 for the Niners and Raiders.
I've been hearing a lot of buzz that the Niners are getting a lot of offers.
Yeah, I always figured Ruggs was going to be there.
Right.
Yeah. So I think the interesting play. So there's been a couple mocks that have the Jaguars taking Lamb or Jeudy here. So if they don't go offensive line and they end up going receiver, does that force the Niners' hand if like one of their top guys, like say they have 2 top guys, 3 top guys, or whatever, right? And they start getting picked away. Like what do they do at that point versus they take an offensive lineman versus all 3 are still available, and maybe they move back 5 spots comfortable that one of those guys is still going to be available at that point. Right. I think this could be an interesting pick as far as how it, like the ripple effect as to what the Niners, decision making process is if they're getting any, pokes and tickles on potential drafts or potential trades.
Well, and if the wide receivers don't go here, that just, if it's a strength of the draft, which everybody says it is, then it should bode well that they can get somebody at 31, like your boy Ayuk out of Arizona State, right, Billy?
Yeah, dude, I don't even remember that pick, but I saw that. I knew I picked someone from Arizona State. I was trying to think of his name. Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah. Dude, you were all about him, man. You convinced us that he was legit. Now I'm kind of excited to see if they.
Oh no, he's going.
All right, here, real quick before they announce the pick. So, if both Lamb, Jeudy, and Ruggs are available, who do you want?
Go ahead, Billy.
Oh, I'll take. I like Jeudy. He kind of reminds me of like a Mari Cooper type guy.
Okay.
And I think that's he's a big receiver, can do some things. I like him. I think Niners will take him.
So I know who I don't want. I don't want Lamb because Lamb and Deebo Samuel are basically the same receiver. So I prefer not to go Lamb. Right. I think if I had my choice, I would say give me Ruggs because his speed is top notch.
Yeah, but I don't think that's the Niners' offense, though.
But I think it makes them more dynamic as an offense.
Yeah, I completely get that. I'm not saying like I necessarily disagree. I've done a lot of reading on these 3 guys because it seems like they're all honed in on these 3 guys over the last couple of weeks, and I've come around on CeeDee Lamb a little bit because I understand like there's some similar traits with Deebo, but apparently he is like, I'm about this action, boss. I mean, I am here to lay it down and win, and I'm going to be the best man on the field, and I'm going to prove it every down type of guy. And so that has made me come around on him a little bit more. Like maybe, I mean, if you have 2 Deebos who are hyper competitive and just fighting for every damn yard, is that the worst thing in the world?
It's not. I just don't think it stretches the offense the way that Shanahan wants to do it with the play action.
Oh, there we go. Picks in.
So
Jaguar, C.J. Henderson.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that was not on any. None of us picked that. Nope. Was that on Kuiper's board?
No.
Did anyone have that?
Top 5. He wasn't even in the top 5 available.
Yeah, man, that's a stretch. I feel like
he's the corner, right? Yeah. So they had a potential of the Niners getting him at 31 originally. What's Cleveland doing here?
Look, what do we have? What do we pick here?
We got Wills, we got Wirfs, We got.
Oh yeah, I think one of the offensive linemen might go right now.
Or they could go Kinlaw, who is what we had originally. Billy, you had Kinlaw going to them with the 10 pick originally. Or wait, no, is that right? You had the 2 pick. You had the 6 pick. Yeah, you had the 10 pick. So you had Kinlaw going to them originally.
Yeah, this is that last pick really shook things up. I feel like.
Yep.
But there's so many good players though in this draft. I feel like it's going to be hard to miss. Although that last pick might have been a miss, but it's going to be hard to miss in these first 10 players. I feel like.
We didn't have Henderson going until 16.
Yeah, no, I know. That was a little bit early. I feel like.
Yeah.
Joe,
In our defense, we
Boo.
there's Wills.
we did this a couple weeks ago.
There's Wills. Wills is off the board.
Yeah.
So now that all the receivers are still available, you guys think they'll trade down?
All right, here we go. I'm gonna say they hold, and they're gonna take their guy, whoever their guy is, whoever it is,
And
whether
do you
it's
think
it's a
Lamb or
receiver?
Judy or
Niners are drafted. They're not trading. Niners are drafted.
And you think it's a
Yeah.
receiver?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Both those. I think
If somebody
I really think you can't
crazy
lose
was
with either one
wrong.
of those guys. So
So is it Tristan Wirfs is still available? Is that where the Jets go here? Do they get their guy to protect?
Man,
Do they
yeah,
go
I mean,
Wirfs
the
to the Jets?
The Jets got to go all line here, right?
Yeah. So Wirfs.
yeah, no, they have to. They have to protect Darnold.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And that means all the wide receivers are available for the Raiders.
And the Raiders are going to somehow mess it up, and the Niners are going to have anybody they want.
Oh, I think the Raiders have taken CeeDee Lamb.
You think so?
I mean, honestly, if I was the Raiders, I'd take CeeDee Lamb. He's a perfect fit for them. He's a number 1 wide receiver, can play the outside, can come in the inside. He fits them perfectly. Although they like speed burners, so
It's so weird seeing on the countdown for the Raiders seeing LV like that is
yeah, right.
really messing with my head, man.
Let's try to get our resident your favorite Raider fan on the phone here.
Hey, real quick, when do we have
Becton
Becton going?
We had Becton going 14.
Okay.
He's a lineman, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so it was Wirfs or Becton that were probably going to go there.
Yeah. That's right.
Yep. So Wirfs is sliding here. Wirfs is a top 10 pick.
Please leave your message.
So apparently the Raider fans are totally fucked up right now and drunk because they know they've got all 3 receivers to choose from.
You should try to get up on his hang time. That's how you should get up on him. You could join that group with him, and then we can get some FaceTime with him.
I know, right?
Time? I don't have my camera. My phone's broken. I can't do it.
I tried. All right, be the Raiders. Who are they taking?
You're probably right. They're probably taking Lamb.
They're taking Lamb.
Come on, it makes so much sense. Like this is the first no-brainer that the Raiders have. They can't mess this up. They just take CeeDee Lamb, right?
I mean, you would hope if you're a Raiders fan.
See, when you say if you're a Raider fan, I can't relate. So.
Yeah, I mean, John Gruden's sitting in his hovel somewhere doing God knows what. So who knows?
You have no faith in that guy whatsoever.
Yeah, no, I don't. No, I don't. Ooh, look at John, man. John's getting a boiler.
Yeah.
Dude,
Come
there's
on.
6 people at his house. Is that legal?
What screen is that? I can't even tell what screen he's on. Las Vegas. They're about to open up.
Who's he calling?
Up
Who's he calling? Oh, what are they saying here?
I think I'm far behind you guys because I'm on the.
They're taking Janikowski again.
Right now, I have all the different celebrities going through saying like Las Vegas this, Las Vegas that. Look at all these celebrities that are repping Las Vegas.
Oh, picks in. Here we go. Picks in.
Where are you on your feed, guys?
Coming in. There's old Raj.
I got Donnie Osmond talking
There's
right now.
there's that douchebag Raj.
Okay, we're on the same spot.
And
there.
it is.
Wait, JR, you're like 5 seconds ahead of us, man.
I know, that's why I'm holding.
Like, I don't even have it up yet.
Ruggs!
Oh!
Of course we're going the speed guy! Al Davis lives! Al Davis lives!
Wow.
Man, you guys
This
are
is
way
the one
ahead of
thing
me
that
on my
couldn't
feet.
screw up.
I don't even know who got selected here. You guys like jumped me by a ton.
Oh
Oh.
my
West
god.
Coast internet's not that good, I guess.
Wow. Henry Ruggs off the board.
Ruggs! It's Ruggs!
Oh my.
Okay,
I
so
mean-
now CeeDee Lamb or Jerry Jeudy?
They got their pick. I don't know, man. I think maybe Lamb here. I don't know. They can't. I think you win either way.
Yeah, I mean I think they're both gonna be good. I mean, you know.
I like Judy better personally than what I've seen on the highlight reel, but
Yeah. I tell you what, do you follow Croc Time on Twitter?
I do not.
Yeah, you need to follow Croc Time. He helped me get around to on CeeDee Lamb over Judy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's a former NFL cornerback and played in the Arena League for a while. He's a good follow on Twitter. Shout out.
Man, I think they're gonna trade this pick down. I think Ruggs was their guy. But two of the
They took the speed down. Gruden put on that COVID-19 for sure.
Here's a big issue. Ruggs, despite all his speed, was like 20th in college football last year on receptions of 20 yards or more.
Yeah.
That's the red flag.
Yeah, but does it matter if
Yeah,
it stretches the
bad hands or
defense so
what?
much that Debo and Kittle can do their thing?
Well, I mean, so here's the thing. I mean, it's like you don't need a Randy Moss at the end of his career decoy, right? Like you need a guy who can get separation and get downfield and then fight for balls and get them. And I'm not saying he's not that guy, but so far in college, he hasn't proven to be that guy.
Does he have bad hands or just kind of soft?
I don't think it's bad hands. I think it was more of a separation issue.
No, he does. He definitely doesn't have bad hands. That's.
Soft.
Oh, here. Oh, we've got our favorite Raider fan texting me.
Yeah, what's he say?
He says, "Fuck you all. I'm not talking to you."
That's what he said?
No, I'm just messing with you.
Yeah.
What's up, man? You're live.
Hey, Raider.
Pick the fast guy. They picked the fast guy.
Billy's yelling at you. They picked the fast guy.
And we picked the fast guy. But this
There
dude
he
is
is.
like an actual football player and not just a track star.
Are you sure?
Yeah, did you see him dunk? He's going to be good on our basketball league too.
Tell
See,
me,
he's
tell
watching
me
the
the
ABC
Raider
too.
fans, they should have expected that you were going to take CeeDee Lamb, right?
Yeah, so a couple of us were saying, like, who do you think we're going to take? And I was like, oh, I think they're going to take CeeDee. And then Big Rapper Molina thought they were going to take Judy.
Yep.
Roberto, the dissenter, thought it was going to be Ruggs.
So that's what happened is Roberto Lascon has a direct line to John Gruden.
Well, hey, Joey said it too, though, because he's the fastest dude. He's the fastest guy. We all knew it.
Yeah.
You missed it. Goose, you missed it because
The draft room with Billy and Joey and I erupted when they took Ruggs because we knew it was just an Al Davis pick.
Yep. Al Davis is.
Berto said you guys are going to take Kinlaw next.
We're going to take Kinlaw. Berto says we're going with Kinlaw. And I hear that Berto's got draft room experience with all 32 GMs. So
He's the Mexican chefster.
Yeah.
All right. Are we going to get you on Saturday or what?
Yeah, Saturday I'll be there, and I will be sober, so that'll be good.
Well, that's probably better than all of us. So congratulations.
Yeah, cheers, fellas, and your pick's about to come in too.
All right, cheers.
All right.
Later.
I didn't realize that he couldn't even hear us, so I was talking like he could.
Oh, there's a trade. There's a trade.
Called it. Called it.
Buccaneers are on the clock.
Called it. Brady's about to have Gronk and Judy.
No, they can't be going wide
CD.
receiver.
They're going CD Lamb. Watch.
No way.
Bucks might be kind of wrong, man.
I mean, but how many receivers do you need? I mean, they've got all the weapons they need.
They'll trade one.
No, they'll probably get Kinlaw. Actually, them getting Kinlaw right now would not be bad.
Watch.
And they got 2 picks in a row, Tampa Bay, anyway. So.
What did the Niners get? Do we know?
Not yet.
Nope.
I'm trying to look up online what the Niners got. Hey, Riley, see if you can do some reconnaissance here, buddy.
Let's see what Kawakami's got. Kawakami's usually got it.
For some worse to protect. Of course, it's worse to protect Brady.
That's right. Yeah. No, that totally makes sense. Wirfs drops. They draft up to get him to protect Brady. That's smart.
And they still get their guy at 14.
Yeah, and now they could take their.
They swapped picks.
Oh, so the Niners got draft capital for dropping one, and they. Oh, dude. Okay, Joey, please give John Lynch credit. Now, this is the second time he's done that.
Yeah. I mean, but do we know what they got in exchange? I imagine it's probably like a 4th or something. But I mean, it's still it's still good. I mean,
drop
it's
one
still good.
spot when you have 2 of your guys right there, anyways.
Yeah.
That's the second time you've done that.
No,
Field
for sure.
Yates tweeted the 49ers traded 13 and 245 for the Bucks 14 and 117.
245 is 6th round?
Yeah, 6 or 7, then they got 117 from the Bucks.
Okay. So they got 117 for 245. So
so they swapped these two and then got 117.
No, 117 is it's 4th round, right?
Third round.
No, it's got to be 4th.
Yeah,
4th round. Oh yeah,
there's 32 teams. So
yeah, late 4th round.
Billy, you are a smart motherfucker, but that is definitely 4th round. Okay, so they picked up a 4th rounder and they gave up basically nothing, Joseph.
Well, they gave up a 6th rounder, right?
Yeah.
So they gave up a 6th rounder to get a 4th rounder.
Yeah. Good move. Because they're gonna still get their guy.
Yep.
Dude, Lynch has done this twice now. He did it with Trubisky, and Solomon Thomas didn't turn out to be what they wanted, but it was his guy, and he got an extra draft capital out of it. So
right. No, for sure. Also, too, there's some fun chatter on Twitter that the Raiders were trying to trade back and were unsuccessful in doing so.
And so they summoned Al Davis's.
So they said, historically, what have we done here? Who ran a 4-2? Take that guy.
They got the tarot cards out. They got the tarot cards out and did the Ouija, and Al Davis sent them a message. The skeleton team says, "Pick the speed." I'm on those tarot cards.
It says it on the wall.
That black magic.
Oh. That is awesome. Wait, am I on ABC now? Because I feel like I'm behind.
Justin Wirfs. We called it.
Wait, Joey, did that already happen?
Yeah, I feel like I already saw that. Is this like a glitch in the Matrix, or what the hell's going on right now?
I know, right?
I swear I watched this 4 minutes ago. What the hell's happening? Are they doing a replay of the thing they just showed?
That must be.
No.
All right, still on CD Lamb. I'm saying it's Judy.
I think it's Judy too, actually.
Yeah, well, Kinlaw's also still in play, right?
Yeah, at this point, you've
Kinlaw.
already got another pick, though, so why not go for it?
Yeah, I'd pick Judy.
You already got your extra draft capital. You could trade 31 for it.
So the question here becomes: is the value of Kinlaw for your interior defensive line greater than the number 7 receiver that you can get, or like, well, I guess if they hold the 31st pick, then the 5th overall receiver that they can get at that point in time, or if they trade back the 7th or 8th, so like what's the overall value of those 2 picks combined?
Or do they find somebody that's receiver hungry again and trade back one more time?
Yeah.
Holy shit! You see that?
Yeah, when they do that jump out of the pool shit, that stuff's crazy, man.
You
That's
that?
yeah.
So that does it for you.
Yeah, that's way better than pushing an F-150, man.
Right.
Yeah, the Niners have been on the clock for 2 hours at this point.
Yeah.
That's pandemic time.
Oh, that's right. That was like 20 seconds. Do you guys think there's going to be a running back taken in the first round today?
No, I don't think so.
No?
Yeah, I mean, maybe late, but
Yeah.
like there doesn't seem to be any of those guys in the draft. There's a lot of good running backs, but like not. I mean, you're gonna have to sell me like a Saquon Barkley type of guy if I'm gonna go first round for anybody,
Right.
There's no
DeAndre
value.
Swift's the only guy, right?
Yeah.
So it was funny because I saw McShay, or not McShay's, but Kuiper's draft, and he did the same thing that I did to Seattle and had them taking DeAndre Swift. And he said the same thing. He said, well, they took Penny 2 years ago and they took a running back 4 years ago, so why not again?
Right.
They don't have their running back in the future.
Yeah.
And they seem to like running backs early in the draft.
Yeah, it's over, man. I mean, this is why like I don't envy like McShay, Kuiper, and those guys, because it's like once you get one wrinkle, like it's over.
Right now.
Screws the whole thing up.
Yeah. I tell you what, man, this is really interesting. So the clock's still ticking on the Niners pick. There's a minute 30 left.
They're
I'm
usually-
trying to trade again.
Yeah, because usually it'll say pick is in. Like if
Right.
the pick's in, the pick's in.
No, I promise you they're trying to trade down again, because if the
Yeah.
receivers are falling this far, why not go back and get somebody later in the draft and get more capital at this point?
Right.
You just fleeced a 4th round pick. Why not keep going?
Yep.
Oh, look at TG. Man, they are going to run this down to the wire.
They're trying to do something.
So,
Where do you think Cam Newton's going, Joey?
I don't know, man.
I heard a lot of buzz. Washington reuniting with Rivera.
Yeah, I've heard that. There's always like the fanciful Patriot rumors, even though there's really no substance to them. I've heard some talk of Pittsburgh because they think Big Ben's actually done, and so he would be the guy.
That would be kind of sick if you had those 2 guys together, like get half the season out of each of them.
Yeah.
So who was it that sent us the? Was it the NFC East or NFC South offenses? Which one was that?
Oh no, I sent that to you,
dude. That was legit. Like when you look at the New Orleans
Carolina.
Saints, when you look at the New Orleans Saints, though, the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Bucks, those are legit offenses.
Yep.
I'm excited to see what.
There you go. There it is.
CeeDee Lamb.
CeeDee Lamb, baby.
Nah, he's not on the phone yet, though.
I mean, if it's somebody besides Lamb or Judy or Kinlaw, I'm surprised. Not necessarily disappointed, but I'll be surprised.
Yeah, just remember they got a 4th round for it. So.
Yeah.
All right. Who is it? Quick. Who is it?
Lamb.
Who is it, Billy?
Judy.
Kinlaw!
There we go.
Kinlaw!
Look at that.
So essentially what they got is they got Kinlaw and a 4th round pick
for a 6th rounder.
And salary cap space.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad.
And I like this guy. I like him.
Yeah, no, he's a good player, and I mean it makes sense if you look. like the strength of the team was the defensive line. We need to replace what we lost.
I think they replaced them.
Plug and play. Yeah.
So I did see that there was an article talking about, do they look at trading D Ford or Quan Alexander?
Say that again.
Do they look at trading D4 or Quan Alexander? Given the salary, given the salary those two guys make, does now Kinlaw coming onto the team make one of them? Does it make D Ford expendable now? Or do they need Quan knowing that they've got good run support with Kinlaw?
I don't know, man. I mean, here's the good thing. You've got plenty of space for him this year, right?
You can make those decisions as it plays out.
Yeah, so if you're front loaded and you're just dominating people on that side of the ball,
this guy's a freaking Richard Seymour type you're talking about.
Yeah, that's what they're
run stopper.
Right?
Yeah.
Just his size.
I mean, I really like the pick. I feel like with the extra fourth rounder they can get a receiver. Their staff is deep.
Well, if the receivers continue going this direction, I mean, they're going to have decent options at 31.
Yeah.
I mean, Ayuk may be there. And
exactly.
They may be able to trade back.
You're not be able to get that 8 Arizona State guy is what you're talking about, right?
Ayuk. I learned his name after you taught us about him.
Watch out. I'm about to buy a Niners jersey. I'll get a custom made one with his name on it.
All right, I'm excited about this.
yeah, I'm good with it.
Yeah,
I'm good with it.
I think they used their draft capital well. I think Kinlaw is a good, perfect DeForest Buckner replacement. We'll see how he does, but he seems like the right guy to replace DeForest. They get a fourth rounder on top of it. They still have an opportunity to get a wide receiver at 31. They could parlay 31 into multiple draft picks at this point too, and still get a decent wide receiver.
Yep.
I don't know if you can use your draft capital any better than Lynch has.
No, that was good work.
Yeah,
that was good work.
Yep.
Yeah, no, nothing but cheek claps all the way around. I love that.
Lynch is quite proud of himself.
Yeah.
Shanahan's quite proud of himself. All right, guys. Well, I don't know if we want to go 4 hours. So, any other thoughts about the rest of the draft? Where you think things will wind up?
Nah, I was just pleasantly surprised by what the Niners did, and looking forward to what they do the rest of the draft.
All right. And if Goose was here, Billy, and you could tell him how the Raiders did, what would you tell him?
As expected, just pick the fastest guy.
Joey, any thoughts for the rest of the first round?
Really interested to see what the Niners do late in the first. It feels good to be like where I'm at the point where I can just go to bed and not worry about it and just wake up and see what happens, as opposed to having a shit administration to where you're like, good God, what sort of terrible disaster decision are they going to make? You know,
I don't understand that for 1 minute. You have literally nothing to wake up to tomorrow. What the hell would you go to bed for?
True. I'll probably stay up. Stay up, but
you work tomorrow?
But yeah, I got to work tomorrow. But I mean, what I'm saying is I can just coast off tonight and just not even trip about it. Like it's gonna be fine.
You get what you're saying.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we'll see what they do at 31. We'll have plenty to talk about on Saturday, and we'll have Goose back to make fun of his speedster pick, which is really what we were looking forward to anyways.
So we'll call him Darius Hayward Trey. Is that what we'll do?
Good one. That's a good one.
Nice. All right, guys. Looking forward to it.